voice is the loudest in your life. If the voice you listen to the most isn't God's voice, then eventually you'll experience the same emptiness, confusion, and misery that I felt when I listened to the voice of insanity. And so today, I want to quickly address three of the strongest voices in society. Number one, money. Number two, worldly success. Number three, human approval. Let's start with money. In 1923, 9 of the world's richest people secretly met at the Edgewater Beach Hotel in Chicago, Illinois. If these 9 people combined their resources, they had more money than the entire U.S. Treasury. One of these 9 was the president of the world's largest gas company, another was a presidential cabinet member, another was the head of the world's largest monopoly, the president of the New York Stock Exchange, so on and so forth. You would think from a surface level that these 9 people's lives were perfect, but this is how the story ends. By 1948, 27 years later after that meeting, 3 of the 9 died bankrupt. 2 were in prison for embezzlement and bribes. 1 went insane and died in an asylum, and 3 committed suicide. I would argue that none of these 9 people found joy because they were consumed by their money. Every single one of these 9 people could have easily taken their money, retired, and lived very, very comfortably. But they wanted more. And when the Great Depression hit, they either felt they needed to use illegal means to regain wealth, or their life was no longer worth living. If their identity wasn't tied to their money, do you think they would resort to stealing or suicide because of an economic depression? My guess is these people put their identity in their money, and they put their self-esteem and their self-worth in their wealth. 1 Timothy 6:10, for the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. It doesn't say money is the root of all kinds of evil, but the love of money. In other words, to put your identity in money or to be consumed by your money is the root of all kinds of evil. Perhaps you think, if only I had more money, my life would be complete. I'm telling you right now, I have more money than I could have ever imagined. But I can honestly say, not once have I completely felt satisfied because I have X amount of money. And I truly believe there is no amount of money that will give you the joy, importance, or identity that you're looking for. The second voice I want to talk about is worldly success. What does society define as success? If I were to answer that question, I'd say, society teaches us when we're in high school, we gotta get the best grades. So we can go to the best college, get the best job. If we get that job, we need the best promotion, become the best in our line of work to earn the most money. When we have that money, we use that money to buy the best house, to buy the best cars, to buy the best gadgets. We find the best husband or the best wife, to have the best kids and the best family. And then what? You want more. You want your kids to get the best high school, to get the best grades, to go to the best college, so on and so forth. And we kind of laugh about it, but if you really think about it, it's true. And I want to pretend like we do have all that. Pretend like you have all that. Does your life all of a sudden become perfect, or do you all of a sudden become fulfilled? Sometimes people ask me, what did you learn the most from insanity? And my answer is never how many points I scored, or how awesome it is to be the world center of attention, or how satisfying my new contract is. The one thing I really learned from insanity was how empty fame and worldly success really are. And I learned that even when I had it all, it wasn't enough. Just 5 weeks after my breakout game against the Nets, I'm bringing back up my diary. I wrote in my diary, I'm slowly losing my happiness. I'm too focused on living up to this insanity stuff. During those 2 weeks in New York, I probably had more success and fame than anyone else in the entire world. But I just ended up wanting more. This past season, I wanted more. I wanted more stats, more wins, more fame, more success. I learned the emptiness of worldly success the hard way. Don't make the same mistake I did. Matthew 16:26 says, what good will it be for a man if he gains the whole world, yet forfeits his soul? I'm going to read that again. What good will it be for a man if he gains the whole world, yet forfeits his soul. Every day we're so focused on the things of this world, but do you ever stop and think about your soul? The one thing insanity taught me is not to put my identity in worldly success, because the desire for success can never, ever be quenched. That's why I had to stop listening to the voice of success and start listening to the voice of God. The third voice I want to talk about is human approval. Bronnie Ware is a woman who worked in palliative care. I hope I'm saying that right. When people are diagnosed with a terminal disease, they often leave